Networks. This is a giant event for Sergey Kovalev, and he just found the shot.
A few lefts, a dominant right, and Sergey Kovalev's opponents find themselves staring down at the mat. This is the Russian boxer Sergey Kovalev, who was nominated as Fighter of the Year by The Ring. He has also won numerous titles in different divisions, and despite calling himself just a regular boxer, he is an absolute beast. But everyone knows Krusher is a monster, striking fear in the eyes of his opponents. Let's find out why. In a rematch against Jean Pascal on January 30th, 2016, Kovalev had a score to settle. Despite knocking his opponent out in the first fight, the second was not going to be as easy, or that was what people thought. Pascal, with a brand new coach, had a score to settle, and this was his moment. Pascal consistently used his reach advantage with straight jabs, keeping his opponent at bay, but a smooth combination and a straight left, and this happened.
Straight left to the bottom.
With Pascal back up, he advanced with ferocious speed in round 2. In fact, Pascal almost lost his footing going for the finish. The high-paced nature continued in round 3, and halfway through, both fighters were off their feet. But Kovalev took over, and with every clinch, he landed hooks, following this up with powerful jabs and combinations. Pascal retaliated with a flurry of his own, and despite being outpunched, he continued advancing and trying to catch Kovalev off guard. Momentum began to shift in round 4, as Pascal constantly found himself taking cover. But by round 5, a flurry rained down like a hurricane on the Canadian. But the end was near.
All at once, as Michael Griffin watches and chooses whether to...
Mode now. He's in a survival mode. He should be watched over real carefully. And I think the referee would jump in there a full 5 more. And you know, we don't want to see that, but this is the nature of the game. He just got hit with a straight right hand.
And with dominant displays in round 6, 7, and finally round 8, Pascal's coach finally pulled his fighter. By the end of the fight, the Russian once again stood tall as a dominant force. Our next fight might shock you, though.
The undefeated light heavyweight champion of the world!
After consecutive losses, the next fight was against Shabransky. A high-tempo fight kicked off, with both fighters landing perfect combinations. Shabransky landed a few, only to face a solid left, which sent him down to the floor. A few moments later, and with complete momentum on his side, another blow landed. In fact, it was rare for Shabransky to land a clear strike as the first round ticked by.
Stay off his head. Stay off his head.
Both fighters traded numerous blows, but Kovalev was in complete control for most of the fight. Surprisingly, the fight never truly saw a power shot land. Kovalev continued landing combinations of hooks and jabs. He finally stopped his opponent in the second round when the referee stepped in. Of punches rattled Shabransky, and ultimately, Kovalev was once again crowned as the WBO champion. It didn't take long after the Shabransky fight for Kovalev to announce he was going back to the theater. This time was to unify his title. It was finally announced that a March 3rd date had been set for the Kovalev-Mikhalin fight. This time, the IBO title was within his reach. Mikhalin, the IBO champ, had a solid record of 21 wins and 1 loss. 9 of these came by way of knockout, but his biggest threat was his ability to endure longer fights. And so the day arrived. Round 1 was nothing worth noting, but as round 2 approached, the tempo increased.
Looking like they get much on the shot, but the opponent...
Something is definitely getting to him. He threw a good left hand.
First to make a move was Mikhalin, but Kovalev retaliated with a combination of his own in round 3. Kovalev, realizing his reach advantage, aimed to stay as far away from his opponent as he possibly could. The excessive reach proved to help him land a few powerful blows when there was an opening, much like this round 4 flurry. In round 5, the reach advantage became a reach problem for his opponent. Kovalev landed a straight shot. This sent his opponent into the ropes and scurrying around the ring. It was followed by an intense clinch in round 6. But Kovalev managed to land a few hooks up close. But one shot severely opened up Mikhalin. In fact, this shot changed the complexion of the fight for the next round.
Now he's cut up. Now there's too much blood. There's a cut under the right eye.
Despite launching a bit of a comeback in round 7, the cut was too much. And with 35 seconds remaining in round 7, the referee finally called the victory by TKO.
Has to protect the fighter from himself.
The guy's trying this hard, though. It's very hard.
Well, he has heart and will.
Exactly.
And Steve Willis is waving it off.
Kovalev was now a unified champion.
So the Krusher performing.
British fighter Anthony Yarde would be in line to challenge Kovalev next. The Brit was a brilliant fighter, and behind him often laid many of his opponents to waste. In fact, he demolished them with his high speed, intensity, and ferocious punching power. But Kovalev was not having any of it. It was another long fight. Yarde landed a few brilliant combinations, even taunting his opponent when he missed a shot. At some point during round 4, the fight was squared up and both were merely seeking an opening. But fists of fury eventually prevailed.
That's good from Kovalev. Right hand, left hand, good speed of hand.
A bit of blocking wouldn't stop what was about to come, and the question was whether Yarde was ready to face this onslaught. Despite seeming gassed, Yarde responded a few times with his own flurry of punches in the middle rounds. In fact, a powerful combination in round 7 gave the British fighter a little bit of extra hope.
Taking punishment as he does so.
That's nice there from Kovalev. Didn't quite fully connect with the right hand.
This is his best round of the fight to date. Oh, good right hand from Yarde.
Got him rocked.
He's in trouble here, Kovalev, is he? Big right hand. This is the opportunity. Left hook from Yarde and the right. He's got the champion going.
Round 8 also saw Kovalev on the defense, but was Yarde just gassing himself without any real return on investment? By round 9, it certainly seeed that way with Kovalev still moving around like he was fresh. As the fight came to a close, round 10 proved to be crucial.
It's good, nice from Yarde, a better response there from Kovalev.
Visibly gassed, Yarde was like a rag doll in the ring. Finally, Kovalev unleashed. The end was upon, and round 11 would signal the end of the British fight.
Go, and it's all Kovalev. The referee's looking closely at this. He wants to see something come back from Yarde.
Despite a bit of a rally, Kovalev simply shoved his opponent away. Until finally, this happened.
Final throw of the dice, maybe. He's gambling, he's trying to walk through Kovalev. No knockdown, not allowed. Takes another huge right
A
hand.
short left to the cheek,
another.
and Yarde was out. Kovalev ultimately ended the challenger and retained his title. But for the next one, we have to go back a few years to 2015. Back in 2015, Kovalev came face-to-face with French boxer Mohammadi. It was a quick fight in essence, despite the Frenchman seeming like a fair challenger for the Russian, who was dominating at the time. Round 1 was a lot of pushing, clenching, and occasional shot landing, but the Frenchman didn't seem comfortable at all in the ring. Round 2 is where the real action kicked off, and Kovalev continued advancing and putting pressure on his opponent.
Power of Sergey know that this man has power because he felt the body shots, and he also...
The first time he advanced, Mohammadi was completely stumped. but he rebounded, back on his feet. As any boxing coach would tell you, there was no way he could win against the Russian going backward. A second knockdown followed after another retreat. The powerful right hook caught Mohammadi flush on the chin, and this was the end of his night. Mohammadi kept falling, and falling, and falling.
Yeah, Kovalev's got that jack-o'-lantern grin on his face.
He don't want the fans to see him as a guy that's going to throw people.
Finally, it came to an end, and more of relief for Mohammadi, who was utterly slaughtered. Kovalev earned his 25th career knockout and was still the champ.
Is doing, he may be able, Lord says, to extend it, although maybe not now.
Looks like it just broke Mohammadi's nose, and it looks like Mohammadi may be done.
But Kenny Bayless is going to say no more.
It's no secret Kovalev was an absolute crusher, but could he have been as great as, let's say, Tyson Fury? Make sure to check out this next video. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe for more boxing content.